This is my review of my Waterbox 170. I have to say I'm very pleased with the quality and the build. The tank is absolutely beautiful. Let's go down here and check out the plumbing. So I did some customization. Waterbox gives you a manifold, but I didn't like where it was, so I extended it and I hard plumbed my return, which they give you a hose for. Those of you looking to purchase a Waterbox, the hose works perfectly fine. I wanted hard plumbed because I like it nice and clean, and I just don't like hoses. Also, the hose will make your return pump not stay flat in your sump. I didn't like that either. I wanted my return pump to sit flat, so I decided to hard plumb it. So anyways, from here there's two overflows, one safety and one overflow. Comes down, goes through these two filter socks. I have my heaters in there. I don't know if you guys can see. Comes through here, goes through this area, which is supposed to be a refugium, but I don't have anything in there right now. Goes through here, goes to my protein skimmer section. I have a Reef Octopus 8-inch Classic. Pretty happy with it. If I could go back, I would probably get the one with the DC pump because it's quieter, but this one works fine. And from there, the water flows into the return pump section, which I have my Apex probes in, and my return pump, obviously. My return pump, I'm running a Vectra M1 at 50%. From there, the water pumps up, goes into this manifold, and I have, you see a hose, so you guys are wondering where that hose goes to. So that hose goes all the way around the tank in the back, comes here, and goes to my Chaeto reactor. This is a DIY Chaeto reactor that I made. Works really well. So I have the water coming in, daisy chained to another reactor, and then getting pumped back into my sump. This section here is a freshwater reservoir. So I have my RODI plumbed right into this reservoir, and then I have the Smart Auto Top Off by XB Aqua. I have to say I'm very happy with that. I sent my Tons osmolator back to get this. It doesn't make those loud, annoying noises like the Tons does, or the Tunes, whatever it's called. And it's also, it learns your auto top off habits. So if the water level drops precipitously, it's not gonna start the pump and just stay on until the water level reaches the sensor's eye. It'll pump and stop in the same exact order that it normally does until the water level is reached the sensor's height. Anyhow, I'm very happy with it. I highly recommend one. This is my tank. It's still in its infancy stages. I'm doing mostly SPS, or actually 95% SPS. I have very few fish. I have 3 tangs, a blenny, and a chromis. That's it. I'm looking to fill it up with tons of corals, mostly Acropora, Stylophora, Millipora, and some Montes. I went with a limited rockwork. I don't like the look of like a bunch of rocks just stacked on top of each other. I'll give you a side view as well. The tank is rather deep, it's 26 inches. I kind of like that. I have 3 MP40s, which that might be overkill, but flow is essential. Now, in the left cabinet, I have my controllers and my dosing pump. So I have my master for my MP40s. The other 2 controllers are mounted to the back of the tank on Velcro because I really don't need them. I only need the master to control all 3 pumps, so I only have access to the master. And then to the left, I have my M1 controller. Here I have my dosing pump. I have to say it is well worth the money. When I was looking for a dosing pump, I was on the fence of if I really want to spend $300 for a dosing pump, because I could get a dosing pump for much, much less. Or if I did spend $300, there are other manufacturers who give you much more than 2. However, I bit the bullet and I went with the dose, and it is awesome. The reason it's so great is because you can control all of your dosing via your cell phone or your computer on Apex Fusion. That is super helpful. And it's so easy to set up. I mean, it is incredibly simple. You just tell it how much you want to dose, what time you want it to start, what time you want it to stop, and it just does it for you. It is awesome. Other than that, the Waterbox 170 is a great tank. Customer service was phenomenal. I had an issue with the door. It was warped. They sent me a new door for free. So other than that, the quality has been really nice. It's 1/2-inch glass. The Vortex have a kind of slightly a tough time. Not a tough time, but you have to mount the Vortex like with the wire up high. You can't mount it with the wire going to the right because the glass is so thick that it'll just fall off. The magnet's not strong enough. But obviously that's not a Vortex issue. It's not an issue at all. It's just the glass is thick. It's a 1/2-inch glass. But yeah, I love it. I love the tank. Of course, I wish I had gone bigger, but I'm working with the size I have. Any questions? Feel free to ask.